Y'all, the streets are on fire right now. Young Jock just dropped some nasty receipts that no one saw coming, and it looks like Kendra and Lil Scrappy might have been hiding one of the messiest affairs in love and hip-hop history. Jock didn't just hint. He exposed everything with cold, hard proof. Fans are shaken, relationships are breaking down, and this scandal is about to flip the whole show upside down. So, let's dive into the wild receipts, the secret affair, and how this shocking drama is tearing the cast apart piece by piece. Young Jock had always been a man who thrived in the spotlight. But when the news broke that he had leaked receipts involving Kendra and Scrappy, the entire love and hip-hop universe tilted off balance. The whispers began quietly, screenshots, messages, and mysterious late-night calls that had fans scrolling non-stop, searching for the hidden truth. Jock, who had built his brand on being unfiltered, finally had the kind of ammo that could ruin relationships, expose betrayals, and turn friend against friend in the blink of an eye. It all began when Jock posted something cryptic on his story. A black background with the words, "Don't let me drop these receipts," followed by a devil emoji. Fans immediately assumed it was his usual trolling, but within hours, screenshots surfaced of late-night text exchanges between Kendra and Scrappy. The messages weren't just friendly check-ins, they hinted at something deeper, something physical. "I can't stop thinking about last night," one text allegedly read, and the reply was even bolder. "You know it's our secret, don't let nobody find out." The internet exploded. Blogs, gossip sites, and fan pages went wild, tagging both Kendra and Scrappy relentlessly. Kendra, who had fought tooth and nail to prove her loyalty to Jock after their roller coaster engagement, was suddenly painted as a woman playing two sides. Scrappy, on the other hand, had only recently been trying to mend things with Bambi after their rocky split. Now his name was entangled in scandal again, this time with Jock's wife. For Jock, this wasn't just drama, it was personal. Those who knew him closely claimed Jock had been sitting on these receipts for months, waiting for the perfect time to use them. But why now? Why air it out when he could have kept it buried? The answer, according to insiders, was betrayal. Jock reportedly found out Kendra had been hiding things, brushing off his suspicions, and making him look like the crazy one. Instead of confronting her privately, Jock decided to do what he does best, put it all out for the world to see. Parties were divided. Some believed Jock was bitter, using his platform to embarrass Kendra after their marriage troubles. Others argued that if Kendra really did step out with Scrappy, then Jock had every right to let the truth be known. Still, one thing was undeniable. Jock knew exactly what kind of grenade he was throwing into the love and hip-hop world, and once it went off, there would be no turning back. Scrappy's reaction was just as shocking as the leak itself. Instead of denying it outright, he posted a half-hearted, "Y'all believe anything you see online," followed by a shrug emoji. That only fueled speculation. Fans started digging up old footage, piecing together moments where Scrappy and Kendra seemed a little too close. At a reunion taping months back, eagle-eyed viewers caught Scrappy whispering in Kendra's ear during a heated moment with Jock. At the time, it was brushed off as nothing, but now, it looked like the puzzle pieces were falling into place. The fallout wasn't just online either. Behind the scenes, the cast was rattled. Bambi, who had been trying to move forward from her marriage issues with Scrappy, was reportedly livid. According to sources, she called Scrappy out, demanding answers, and blasting him for humiliating her all over again. "You couldn't even cheat outside the circle? You had to go for Jock's wife?" One insider claimed Bambi shouted during a private confrontation. Kendra, meanwhile, went silent. No statements, no posts, no interviews. Her silence only deepened the suspicion. Fans demanded answers, flooding her comments with snake emojis and questions like, "Is it true?" And "How could you do Jock like this?" Jock, on the other hand, leaned into the chaos. He went live, smirking at the camera, sipping on a drink, and letting fans bombard him with questions he strategically refused to answer directly. His only statement? "The truth always comes to light, y'all gon' see." The more Jock hinted, the more the story spiraled. People close to him revealed that he had not only text messages, but also photos, screenshots of Kendra pulling up to Scrappy's spot late at night. Some claimed Jock even had videos, though nothing surfaced publicly yet. It was enough to have fans on edge, wondering what Jock's next move would be and how deep this scandal really went. What made the situation even more intense was the history between Jock and Scrappy. They weren't just castmates, they were longtime friends, brothers in the Atlanta scene who had been through ups and downs together. To think that Scrappy could betray him in such a personal way made the receipts cut deeper than just gossip. It wasn't just about Kendra. It was about loyalty, trust, and respect. And Jock made sure to frame it that way, reminding fans during his live show that it's always the ones close to you. Producers behind the show were reportedly thrilled and terrified at the same time. On one hand, this was gold for ratings. On the other, the tension was so real it threatened to spill into actual violence. Jock and Scrappy had nearly come to blows at a private event not long ago. And now, with this scandal on full blast, everyone was worried about what would happen the next time they were in the same room. By the end of the week, Jock's receipts had become the #1 trending topic across social media. Every blog had their version of the story, every fan had their theory, and every cast member was forced to pick a side. Was Jock exposing the truth, or was he just being messy to get revenge? And more importantly, if these receipts were only the beginning, what else was Jock holding back? The drama had only just begun, but one thing was clear: the world of love and hip-hop would never be the same again. Jock had lit a fire that no one could put out, and the flames were spreading faster than anyone expected. The fallout from Jock's first explosive revelation didn't just shake the internet, it shattered the fragile trust within the entire love and hip-hop circle. As if things couldn't get messier, Jock doubled down, claiming that he had proof beyond speculation. Fans were already spiraling from his initial claims, but part 2 of this storm was even worse. Jock, still visibly angry in his live stream, leaned closer to the camera and revealed he had been sitting on these receipts for months, waiting for the right moment to drop them. According to him, this wasn't just hearsay. This was documented evidence that Kendra and Lil Scrappy had crossed the line in ways that couldn't be explained away. Jock began pulling out screenshots, voice notes, and even what appeared to be hotel confirmations. He scrolled through his phone with deliberate slowness, almost savoring the suspense as thousands of fans flooded the live comments, begging him to show everything. Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all think I'm bitter? Nah, I don't gotta lie about this. I don't play when it comes to betrayal, Jock snapped, his voice sharp with years of frustration. He claimed that Scrappy and Kendra's connection went far deeper than a late-night fling. He alleged that Scrappy had been emotionally leaning on Kendra during one of his rough patches with Bambi, and in that comfort, lines were crossed. The screenshots Jock revealed seemed to suggest late-night conversations between Kendra and Scrappy, text messages filled with flirtatious banter, playful emojis, and references to meeting up privately. Some fans in the live accused Jock of fabricating messages, but others pointed out specific slang and typing styles that matched Scrappy's known online presence. What truly sent viewers over the edge, however, was when Jock played an audio snippet that he claimed came directly from Kendra's phone. In it, a woman sounding very much like Kendra could be heard laughing while a man, whose voice was eerily similar to Scrappy's, teased her about keeping things low so Jock doesn't find out. The live instantly erupted. "Oh my god, that's Scrappy's voice!" one fan wrote in the comments. "Kendra is done," another added. The clip spread like wildfire across blogs, fan pages, and gossip outlets within minutes. The internet was split. Some saying Jock was being vindictive and petty, others saying Kendra and Scrappy had some serious explaining to do. Meanwhile, Kendra wasted no time responding. She quickly hopped onto her own life, looking visibly furious, calling Jock a liar and accusing him of doctoring receipts. "This man is obsessed. He can't stand to see me happy without him," Kendra said, her voice sharp. She denied everything, insisting that Jock was fabricating the narrative to tarnish her name and that any communication with Scrappy was strictly platonic. But fans weren't convinced. Jock's evidence, whether genuine or manipulated, had already done its damage. Scrappy, on the other hand, behind the scenes. Some insiders even claimed Bambi confronted Scrappy privately, demanding answers about his friendship with Kendra. The tension grew unbearable, with fans wondering whether this latest scandal would finally break apart Scrappy and Bambi's already fragile marriage. Adding another layer of drama, Young Juk claimed he hadn't even shared the worst of what he had. "Y'all think these screenshots were something? Man, I got hotel receipts. I got timestamps. Don't push me, cause I'ma put it all out there," Juk warned during a follow-up rant. His tone wasn't just bitter. It was personal, almost. Like this was less about proving a point and more about settling a deep betrayal he felt from people he trusted. The blogs had a field day. Headlines screamed things like, "Kendra caught up in secret affair with Lil Scrappy," and "Young Juk drops explosive receipts. Kendra in hot water." Fans began dissecting every piece of evidence, from the voices in the leaked audio to the dates on Juk's so-called hotel receipts. Conspiracy threads flooded Twitter, with some fans digging up old episodes of Love and Hip Hop, where Kendra and Scrappy shared seemingly innocent scenes together, now looking suspicious in hindsight. The mess even caught the attention of other cast members. Carly read through her usual shade with a cryptic Instagram story. "When you play dirty, receipts gon' come to light." Meanwhile, Spice tried to stay neutral, commenting during Juk's live show, "This is too much, bro. Y'all need to handle this privately." But privacy was long gone. Juk had blown the doors wide open, and there was no turning back. The emotional toll started to show. Juk admitted he felt betrayed not only by Kendra, but also by Scrappy, someone he considered a brother. "That's the part y'all don't get. This ain't just about a woman. This is about loyalty. I've been riding for Scrap for years, and this is how he does me," Juk said, his voice cracking slightly. That raw pain made the scandal hit even harder for fans, who now saw it not just as drama, but as the collapse of a brotherhood. Behind the scenes, producers for Love and Hip Hop were allegedly scrambling, realizing this scandal could either destroy reputations or boost ratings through the roof. Reports claimed they were pushing for on-camera confrontations, even trying to lock down a reunion episode where Juk, Kendra, Scrappy, and Bambi could all sit face-to-face. Fans salivated at the idea, already predicting fireworks. But Kendra wasn't backing down. She continued posting glamorous photos on Instagram, using captions that seemed like subliminal shots at Juk. "Unbothered, God got me." Still, the comments under her posts told a different story. Fans calling her out, tagging Scrappy, and demanding answers. The pressure was mounting on both her and Scrappy, as the internet relentlessly dissected their every move. As part 2 of this saga unfolded, the lines between truth and pettiness blurred. Was Juk really exposing a devastating betrayal, or was this the ultimate revenge of a scorned ex? The receipts looked convincing, but Kendra's fiery denial kept just enough. Doubt in the air. Scrappy's silence, however, spoke volumes. The longer he stayed quiet, the guiltier he looked to the public. The situation was spinning out of control, and fans knew part 3 of this saga was coming, whether through Juk's next leak, Kendra's next clapback, or a long-awaited statement from Scrappy himself. One thing was certain. No one was walking away from this unscathed. Juk had set fire to the foundation of their reputations, and the flames were spreading fast. The storm inside Young Juk's world had already grown chaotic, but nothing could prepare fans for the explosion that Part 3 brought. Juk wasn't backing down. If anything, he was doubling up on his mission to let the truth burn through all the lies. Kendra thought she could gaslight, deny, and brush it off. Scrappy thought his silence would shield him. But Juk had one last deck of cards, and this time, he planned on flipping the entire table. The day started with Juk going live once again, but this time, he wasn't alone. Sitting right next to him was a close friend, someone from Scrappy's own circle who had finally decided to break their silence. The chat room went wild. Comments were flying. "Ain't no way he bringing witnesses now. This finna destroy Scrappy and Kendra for good." Juk moving like he on a mission of revenge. Juk leaned forward, his eyes piercing the screen. "See, y'all thought I was bluffing. Thought Juk was bitter, mad, emotional. Nah, I got people that saw everything. Ain't no cap here." Then he handed the mic to his friend. This friend, who had been part of Scrappy's entourage during tours and late-night sessions, didn't hold back. "Man, I've been around Scrappy too long to act like I ain't know what was going on. I seen Kendra sneaking in. I seen her sitting in the back rooms with Scrappy when Jock was out there working. It wasn't no accident, wasn't no rumor. They was messy with it. The internet broke. Fans weren't just shocked. They were glued to every second. If there had been doubts before, they were crumbling now. Jock's receipts had already shown conversations, voice memos, and secret exchanges. But with someone from Scrappy's own circle speaking out, it turned the scandal into undeniable proof. But Jock wasn't finished. He pulled out one more Trump-y card, a recorded call between him and Kendra from just weeks before everything blew up. In the audio, Kendra's voice was trembling. "Jock, I don't know how to fix this. I messed up, okay? I ain't mean for it to go this far, but I can't have you ruining me like this. Please, just don't take this public." The live chat went crazy. She admitted it. Ain't no way she's still denying this. She's scared, that's why she begging him not to go public. Jock paused the audio and leaned in closer, his voice cold. "So y'all heard it, straight from her mouth. That ain't no AI, that ain't no fake tape. That's Kendra herself admitting she crossed the line, and she ain't begging me to. Forgive her. Nah, she begging me not to ruin her image. But baby girl, you already did that yourself." Meanwhile, word spread fast in Atlanta. Scrappy was reportedly furious, slamming Jock for airing family business to the public. But the fans weren't siding with him. Most of them were dragging him online, clowning him for being sloppy, and disrespecting his brotherhood with Jock. Memes flooded Twitter and Instagram. Scrappy photoshopped in dog cages, Kendra getting roasted with captions like "lawyer by day, sneaky link by night." But then, a twist shook everything. Screenshots surfaced, not from Jock this time, but from an anonymous page, showing Kendra's alleged messages to Scrappy after Jock had already confronted her. In one of the texts, Kendra wrote, "Jock doesn't matter. He's emotional. You know what we got is different. Just don't let him come between us. That was it." Fans lost their minds. Kendra out here picking Scrappy over her own man. She's cold for this. This is the real love and hip-hop drama we signed up for. Jock responded almost immediately, reposting the screenshots with the caption, "And y'all thought I was the problem." His post racked up hundreds of thousands of likes within hours, solidifying that the court of public opinion was fully on his side. But let's not get it twisted. This wasn't just petty relationship drama anymore. Jock revealed that he had filed official legal motions to separate assets and protect himself financially. He explained that while Kendra had been living with him, he had supported her lifestyle, and with her betrayal, he wasn't about to let her walk away clean. "If you think you're gonna eat off me while playing me dirty, you got the wrong one," Jock declared. Fans began debating fiercely online. Some argued Jock was exposing too much and should have kept things private, but others praised him for standing up and showing men that loyalty and self-respect come first. As the episode reached its breaking point, Kendra finally posted her own response on Instagram. Sitting in front of a mirror, her tone shaky but defensive, she said, "I see what Jock is doing. He's hurt and he's trying to destroy me. I never admitted to anything. Y'all don't know the full story. Don't believe everything you hear." But fans weren't buying it. The comments dragged her mercilessly. "Sis, we heard your voice on the tape. Too late to play innocent now." Scrappy, on the other hand, tried a different approach. He posted a cryptic message on Twitter. Sometimes silence is the loudest response. But once again, fans clowned him, accusing him of hiding because the evidence was undeniable. By the end of it all, Jock had completely flipped the narrative. No longer was he seen as the bitter ex airing dirty laundry. He had positioned himself as the truth teller, the one brave enough to stand in front of millions and expose betrayal, even at the cost of public backlash. And the irony? Jock's brand only grew. His social media following skyrocketed. Interviews with major outlets started lining up, and fans kept pushing him as the realest one on Love and Hip Hop. Meanwhile, Kendra's reputation as a professional lawyer took a massive hit, and Scrappy's credibility among his peers in the industry. The receipts Jock leaked weren't just nasty, they were nuclear, leaving no way for Kendra and Scrappy to crawl out untouched. And whether fans loved him or hated him, everyone had to admit one thing. Young Jock turned betrayal into a televised spectacle, and in the end, he walked away stronger than anyone expected. If you thought the love and hip-hop drama was at its peak, think again, because this story just cracked everything wide open. Young Jock's explosive receipts, Kendra's suspicious silence, and Scrappy's guilty moves have fans questioning loyalties, friendships, and marriages all at once. The tension is boiling, and the cast's entire dynamic may never recover after this scandal. Do you believe Scrappy and Kendra really had a secret affair, or is Jock just stirring chaos to get back at both of them? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this debate is just heating up. And if you want more shocking updates, behind-the-scenes exclusives, and messy love and hip-hop truths, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and stay locked in. You won't want to miss what's coming next.